Hey, middle school families. This is a recording of the session that was given tonight on reopening plans for our middle school students. Topics covered was our hybrid return to school option, our full remote option, the Wednesday orientation days for the month of November, some safety procedures to prepare for the return to school at the end of November, and some info from Miss Carrie and Mr. Steve. Starting the week of November 30th, middle school will return in an A day, B day hybrid option. 8th graders will attend on Mondays and Tuesdays. 7th graders will attend Thursday, Fridays, face-to-face. The other days will be virtual. All students will be virtual on Wednesdays. There still will be a full remote option for families that need to attend in a full remote plan. Mr. Steve and Miss Carrie will continue to support those students who choose to be full remote. A specific schedule will come soon with details of lessons and days and times. Wednesdays, starting the week of November 30th, will be virtual days for all. Those will be known as independent work days with check-ins and support as follows. Morning check-in time specifically with Miss Carrie and Mr. Steve, so everybody will have those times based on their homerooms. And a 12 o'clock open Zoom for children to be able to touch in with Mr. Steve and Miss Carrie and answer any questions they may be having. On November 4th and November 18th, from 9 to 11, we will have what's called a return to school orientation and community building. The 4th will be for 8th graders, the 18th will be for 7th graders. Students will participate in activities outside, so please dress appropriately. Bring a water bottle and a snack. Masks will be required. Temperature and screenings will be completed at drop-off for those mornings. Please review our school website, watch the video on the return to school, and please review the COVID guidebook for parents. All of that can be found at im.school under our IMS virtual tab. Please look at real-time communications. A small story of a tale of quarantine can also be found on that return to school recording. In terms of transparency, please know that we have kept great communication with our community so far in terms of exposure of students at our children's school. We will do the same for our charter school as well, and the community will be knowledgeable of exposure and potential positive cases or negative cases for any students or staff at our school. Here's an example of Miss Carrie's schedule. You can see morning meetings will happen, the lessons, specials time, specific 8th grade lessons, independent work with a open Zoom check-in time, lunch and recess, and history lesson in the afternoon. As you can see, the daily schedule for face-to-face days will be from drop-off starting at 7:45, classes starting by 8:15, and dismissal will be at 2. As we look through Mr. Steve's schedule, you will see a difference between virtual students and face-to-face students. Virtual also includes our full remote students. Here's Mr. Steve's schedule, where his lessons will be broken up in half-an-hour sections, where he will focus specifically on face-to-face students and then specifically on the virtual and full remote students. Then his midday section time, again, focusing that half-an-hour lesson with face-to-face students, and then a half-an-hour lesson with the virtual students. Afternoon, Science for All will be a synchronous lesson that includes face-to-face and students that are virtual or full remote. Again, dismissal at 2 o'clock. That is all that was presented this evening for our parent meeting. Any questions or concerns, please reach out to myself, Mr. Steve, or Miss Carrie. More information and details of returning to school on the 30th, as well as materials that may be needed, and any frequently asked questions will be sent out shortly to families. Thank you so much for your cooperation and your support, and we look forward to having the students back in school soon. Thank you. Have a great weekend.